get your leaders into a room, briefly review what the business's goals are right now, and then say, from the point of view of this particular leadership group, what is in our way? That's the most powerful question you can start with is, what is in our way? What are the roadblocks? And the leadership's job in that case is to shut your mouth and listen and just get people talking about fundamentally, what is your understanding of how we would make things really successful for the business and what's standing in the way of those things. The reason why that's important is you're going to start to pull out people's differing understanding of what our essential problems are, and what you're listening for is commonality. So everybody's going to come in and have different things to say. You're going to hear, 15, 40, whatever it is, different things. But you'll start to hear themes emerge over and over again. And the more you ask open-ended questions, the more you will start to hear themes. And once you do, those are my biggest piece of advice for other consultants is typically what you have to understand is there are always a huge set of problems that can be solved. And that means there is, from your point of view, there's a huge set of metrics that we could put in place.
Yeah.
Key is understanding which of those problems are directly related to a painful outcome, which we've already talked about, but which of those problems are we willing to face right now? So every organization has a different set of problems that they're willing to take on. There has to be appetite. And the way to find out what the appetite is to foster these conversations where you talk about what's in your way and you listen for the themes, because people will talk about the things that they're willing to face. And so once you hear those themes, and you go, okay, let's look at those themes. You talked about this, this, and this. I'm hearing that a lot from a lot of you. How would we start to look at how we're doing from that point of view? How do you know we're not doing well with those things? What are the symptoms that you see? And what we're asking without using the words is, what's the data that you have on that? And then we say, okay, how would we get better visibility around that? Is there some way to look at it systematically? Are you already looking at it systematically? Are there certain casual conversations that you get this from? Is there any other way to really look at this in a more scientific, more concrete manner? So easing your way into it from very open-ended conversations is usually the right way to go. And you lower your resistance level enormously when you do that. You never want to come in and say, here's what I think the problems are, and here's how I think we should measure that, and don't you think that's a good idea? Because now you just have a bunch of people who are standing on the shore watching you row your boat. What you want them to do is all get on the boat and say, I think we should all point in this direction and we're all going to row with you.